Joining us on Blitz here at Tallulah Falls are a pair of the Lady Indian Stars. We have Lillie and Katy Corbett, both guards on the Lady Indians team. So, girls, thank you so much, first of all. Really appreciate it.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. So, Lillie, we'll start with you. The team's 2-2 to start the year. You got a huge win, very lopsided over Mount Vernon. Then you got one over Landmark Christian, I believe. So, those two wins in particular, and taking into consideration the other two games you played, how much confidence do you have in the team so far from those two wins?
The confidence that we hold in our teammates are a lot. We put a lot of pressure on them in practice, considering that they are freshmen and underclassmen. We just expect a lot from them, and they've really stepped it up, I'm really proud of all our newcomers that have joined us this year, and not being with us during team camp is amazing how much they have just caught on to how we play in our style.
Yeah, and so this team obviously leaned heavily over the years on Nia Williams, and just a phenomenal talent. But the great thing for this program was that, yes, she steps out, but you still look almost like the same team, maybe even better in some ways. So, Katy, for you, looking at last year's run, making it to the Sweet 16, getting close to the Elite Eight there, how much does that experience drive or feel the drive this year for the team to want to get back there?
Well, last year was an amazing season. We not only made it to the state tournament, we also won the first round and made it to the Sweet 16, so it was definitely amazing. And just looking at last year, we definitely want to go further, try to make it to the Elite Eight and do whatever we can there. And like you said before, this year we're just trying to, instead of leaning heavily on one person, we all want to try to contribute and really put some points on the board for everyone.
And that wasn't to say that y'all contributed very heavily last year as well, but it definitely gives the team, I think, a different look, a little more dynamic and harder to stop in a way. So talk about as a senior, it's kind of bittersweet because everything's your last first game, your last first practice, all that kind of stuff. But what goals have you kind of set for yourself this year to kind of go out on a high note?
The goals I've set for myself this year have primarily been to do whatever I can for the team, is to set myself out apart from any other senior that has stepped foot on the court, as I want the underclassmen to shine. They're the upcoming kids. It's going to make me look good too, but it's mainly them. They're really bringing me up about my senior season. I like the energy that we put out on the court and uplifting and how much we are together. It's awesome. And
that perfectly transitions to where I'm going next. But Katy, kind of talk about what the team chemistry is like. I know this school, I think, is really unique in the fact that because of its morals and values and the way it's kind of set itself apart, I would imagine the chemistry is really strong here.
The chemistry this season is absolutely amazing, definitely considering the fact that we had a lot of new girls this year and they weren't really with us over the summer because of just certain situations. They just couldn't make it to the team camp. So just for them to be able to just come in here and us pick up where we have has been amazing. I definitely laughed more than I probably ever have at practice, and even just dancing or whatever. We're just silly, and it's just super fun I'm just so glad they've joined our team. It's been really fun.
Yeah, and now as we kind of hit on this team, very dynamic, hard to stop. Part of that's because, in a sense, looking at the roster top to bottom, you're kind of guard heavy, as we like to say. So a lot high tempo, and the way you play, it's kind of exhausting to watch sometimes. I'm sure it's even harder when you're out there. But talk about how much that's part of the, I guess, DNA of this team, is being that high octane, high tempo offense.
We rely a lot on our press. We're press heavy, and we got some fast freshmen. I'm telling you what, they're killing it on our press. Proud of them. And we are a transition team, so if we can get it off the transition, we ain't setting up an offense. We're just going and scoring as fast as we can, get it out and get back in our press.
Yeah. So you may have stolen part of her next question.
I'm sorry.
No, it's totally fine, but that just shows how they kind of go hand in hand. But talk about how much focus has been put on the defense, because a lot of schools now today just focus on how many points can we put up. But it seems like you guys are really well balanced on your offensive approach and then putting that hard work in on the defensive side.
For defense, we definitely focus primarily on our press. Our defense becomes our offense, so we're definitely trying to get as many steals as possible off of our press so we can get fast breaks, layups, and then we just set right back up in it and try to do it all over again and just rack up the points that way.
Absolutely. Well, girls, I'm looking forward to a great rest of the season. It's still early, so a lot of basketball before you, but congrats on getting a couple wins early, and hopefully that ends up seeing us go into the Elite Eight this year.
Thank you so much for having us.